For an entire year, one play has permeated the landscape of college football.
2nd and 26.
2nd and 26. 2nd and 26.
It doesn't get much bigger than that.
Now Alabama looking uphill at 2nd and 26.
Here's Tua stepping back, loads up, looks long, throws, end zone. Touchdown! Alabama! Devontae Smith! Alabama is back!
Man, I just can't remember this kind of shock feeling.
As the champion of college football! How about that?
Today, the Tide and Dogs are back again in Atlanta. Their shared past makes the present much more than a game to decide the SEC title. For the victor and the vanquished. That 2nd and 26 is now a second chance to burnish a majestic legacy or rewrite a haunted history.
First time, the last time we ever met.
Now, it's here, the long-awaited rematch. It's Alabama versus Georgia for the championship of the SEC.
You can feel it in the air of Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. Our matchup, the #1 team in the country, the Crimson Tide of Alabama, the 4th-ranked Bulldogs of Georgia, in front of 73,000 fans in Atlanta. And we welcome you, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. It's not often you get a matchup like this. We've got the defending SEC champions and national runner-up, Georgia Bulldogs. And we've got the defending national champion, Crimson Tide of Alabama. And it is round 2, that famous play from 11 months ago. And it's a memory that the Georgia fans would love to forget. It's something the Alabama fans will never forget. Back in the SEC meetings in the middle of July, you and I looked at each other and said, Alabama-Georgia would be a pretty good game in this one. We got them.
And they are. You got it.
Nick Saban aiming for another national championship, but right now thinking about an SEC title. And in rolls the #1 Tide. Embark the Bulldogs.
Welcome to Atlanta. Today, it's the Tide and the Dogs for the championship of the SEC. Let's go!
Just getting warm. Damian Harris for the walk-in touchdown. Alabama. Touchdown, Georgia. We're just getting warm.
This is the SEC Championship game on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper.
That it is, Jason, and thanks for a season of getting us warmed up and fired up every Saturday. Don't have to ask the fans that right now. Alabama won the toss and deferred. Joseph Bulovas has got it teed up. Mecole Hardman and Brian Herrien are back deep for Georgia. 27th SEC championship game. Alabama's been here 12 times. That's more than anyone. Georgia won it a year ago over Auburn. Now they get a crack at the #1 team in the country. And they'll start from the 25-yard line.
Remember, because of targeting a week ago, Jared Maiden, a normal starter in the secondary, is not in there. He's out for the first half. Keaton Anderson is in the game, number 31.
From the 29, that's Godwin in motion. Fran's first pass is not going to be a pass. It's going to be a sack, and it's Quentin Williams.
And who did he match up against? Maybe the biggest question mark in the game. Trey Hill, a true freshman, is in at right guard, and Quentin Williams shows him why he is going to be tough to handle. Because of injuries at right guard, it was a worrisome spot, and it was exploited on the first pass of the game.
A loss of 11 on the sack, and so Jake Camarda, the freshman punter, is inside his own 5 to kick. Not the greatest punt. It's going to be fielded at the 35 by Jalen Waddle. Waddle got the edge. He's at midfield. Waddle all the way down to the 29-yard line.
Last year, it was Miko Hartman making the plays in the punt game. But Jayden Waddle has not had the opportunity until now, and you show he's got Hartman's speed. And what a play on not getting a clip that time by Josh Jacobs. Put his hands up in the air and just shielded the last guy, so there was no doubt the call could be made against him.
36-yard punt return for Waddle. And what a way to set up shop for Tua Tagovailoa and the offense of Alabama at the dog 29. Tua's first throw is on the mark. Going to be close to a first down to Devontae Smith. Alabama already in the red zone. Damian Harris straight up the middle and taking Bulldogs with him. Inside the 10, still going, down around the 6.
Has a lot of talent returning, but not right up the middle of that defense. Losing Roquan Smith, who was a demon in this game, was a question mark as well.
First and goal, Alabama. Damian Harris, the fake, the throw is broken up in the end zone. Nice play in the secondary by Eric Stokes.
It was not a good throw. He was not led, and Stokes made up the ground. If Tua would have made a good throw here, an A throw would have been a touchdown. Watch, just thrown behind enough for Stokes to get his hand out there and make the deflection. Stokes was the midseason change for Tyson Campbell, and he made the play right there.
Second and goal. Opening series for Alabama. If you're just joining us, Georgia was a 3-and-out, then a great punt return by Jalen Waddle. And it's second and goal, Alabama. Judy in motion. The spin move by Tagovailoa. Now pressured, and down he goes. DeAndre Walker and Jawan Taylor with a sack.
Well, this is the play that almost cost Tua in the national championship, trying to make too much out of a play. On second down, if it's not there, throw it away. And by the way, keep an eye on Tua, because I think he tweaked that right knee on this sack. He came up limping on the play.
Remember, last week is the first time he didn't have a brace on that knee. Loss of 11, much like Fran's was for Georgia.
Yes.
Third and goal, but way back at the 18-yard line now. Tagovailoa scans the field, fires to the end zone. It's intercepted. Richard LeCounte for Georgia, going the other way. LeCounte got a convoy. What a turnaround. Georgia with the interception.
And Tua is limping off. What a bait by LeCounte. He baited Tua all the way and forced it. Watch him turn this way and then come back after the play. He turns and then comes back. What a play.
After the interception, illegal block in the back on the return team, number 44. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down, Georgia.
That takes away some of the return, but nonetheless, and now Tua's going in the 10th.
This has been the question mark about Tua all year. Does he try to do too much? He waves the ball around. He takes negative plays. He makes a lot of big ones out of that, but you see him tap his shoulder. His fault, but he came up limping.
Only his 5th career interception, that by Richard LeCounte a few minutes ago. Georgia, meanwhile, after the Alabama timeout, 3rd down and 5. And a jump might be a free play. Fromm's going to throw it, and it's complete. And it's a 1st down. J.J. Holloman.
Well, 2 great things happened for Georgia right there. They got a free play, and they also established the back shoulder throw against the bump and run coverage of Alabama. You must attack their corners. If you let them dictate the game by not throwing at their bump and run coverage, they'll kill you.
Great catch by Holloman to pick up at 19. And that'll put a little confidence in number 11. All 4 to the right side this time. Shifting Alabama defensive front. Fromm's got plenty of time. Throws the out complete. Ridley, little hop, step, jump, and 1st down.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Jake. Everybody just talks about him being a game manager, getting in the right play, throwing to the right guy, but he throws this flat-footed, clear across the field, right over a defender right here. Watch, down, 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 zips it to the outside, right over the safety in the play. That's not an easy throw, and he's doing it now. He's got that type of confidence in his arm.
See if they try to get one wide. Holyfield in the backfield now. It's 2nd and 9, but it's Fromm to throw. Pumps once, throws sideline, in and out of the hands of Riley Ridley. Probably should have caught it as we check in with Jamie.
Well, here's official word from Alabama. Tua has an undisclosed injury that is not his knee that he was dealing with earlier, and he is good to return to the game. But from what I can see, it is that left ankle.
Holloman and Hardman to the left of Fromm. He's looking that way. He's throwing that way. And in and out of the hands of Holloman. Nice defensive play by Shaheem Carter.
You got it. And that's exactly the way he's taught. We talked to Nick Saban yesterday about the back shoulder throw, and he says the trick is not to look back, but to look at the hands when the receiver goes up and catches. Carter peeks back, but he still plays through the hands of the receivers and makes the defensive play. Let's see if Alabama doesn't try to start their wide running game that they use so effectively in big games. Last year, Roquan Smith ran those plays down. Let's see if they test the linebacker play from Georgia with some wide sweeps.
There comes Judy in motion. Tagovailoa looks right, looks left, across the middle, and incomplete, intended for Waddle.
And
Georgia defensively, excuse me, Gary, I got to set the Georgia defense. Dr. Pepper, Georgia defense looks like this. Richard LeCounte, his 1st interception of the season was on that previous series. He's their leading tackler as well. Now it's 3rd down and long for Alabama. They're 3rd in the country in 3rd down conversions. From the 21, Tagovailoa in trouble again, lofts it wide open and dropped. You don't see that happen very often. Irv Smith had to put the brakes on an underthrown ball and couldn't handle it.
Just before he catches it, he glances to his right to see where the safety is coming. Right down the middle, but he looks over to his right. Watch him just peek just before he catches it. And just then, he takes his eye off the ball.
So Alabama the punt. Georgia 1st down. Their 3rd possession now at the 40-yard line. Fromm, quick throw, got his man, Holloman, back into Alabama territory at the 42.
Well, remember, the one-time commit to Alabama was Jake Fromm. He decommitted, went with Kirby to Georgia, and you can see he is the real deal. You watch him on tape over and over this year, and the way he flings that ball, he's an elite thrower.
He had a 19-yarder to Holloman earlier, 18 more yards that time, and the Dogs have it at the tied 42. Empty backfield. Fromm to throw again down the middle. On a crossing route is Terry Godwin. And Godwin probably gave up a first down by giving a little ground there.
Well, he had a great matchup. Anthony Jennings, the outside linebackers, matched up on a wide receiver. You see how easily Godwin gets inside Jennings. Jennings is a good pass rusher, but in space against number 5, that's a gimme.
There he probably had a first down with that little skip to try to get it outside. Cost him a yard, so it's 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, 2nd and 2, though. A lot of things you can do. Will they try to run it and think they haven't been able to block him?
DeAndre Swift, the cutback. Can he get to the edge? The stiff arm got him the first down. Stiff arm into the face of Dylan Moses, or he would not have picked up the first.
Yeah, and Moses can fly, so you know how fast DeAndre must be to get away from Moses. Well, that was McKinney at first that had a shot at him, number 15. And then Moses at the end.
So this is Georgia's deepest penetration, the 31-yard line. It's the Power 5 teams this year. After that groin injury healed up, he has really been coming on strong.
Here's the formation du jour, this unbalanced right again.
This time the play fake, and Fromm going deep to the end zone. In and out of the hands of Mecole Hardman. He had it, bobbled it, and couldn't hold it.
Wow. Well, Mecole Hardman, who had 2 touchdowns a year ago, the long bomb and the Wildcat, this was a perfect throw and could have been caught. Surtain had nothing to do but hope it was dropped.
And it was.
That unbalanced line that Jim Chaney has showed Alabama paid off.
Out of the tent for the 2nd or 3rd time already here in the first quarter. Meanwhile, the Georgia offense 2nd down and 10.
Showing blitz. Showing blitz right there.
They come up the middle. Fromm gets it away before they get to him, and he throws a strike to Ridley for a first down.
You know, Ness, I've done so many Alabama games, and if you shy away from their bump and run coverage to the outside and do not attack it, they just close up the field. You have to go wide, and you have to make the tough throw and catch. And they've got 2 of them so far in this game.
I don't think Fromm's had a bad throw yet. He's had a couple drops, but
he had that one. You know, he ended the game last year with a sack, and he started one with a sack here. The offensive line for Georgia seems to have settled down.
The throw, not a touchdown. Touchdown strike from Tanata.
Ness, you said it previously. I don't think Jake Fromm has had a bad pass. Watch this one. You can't throw a ball better than this. Boom. Right in the face mask. Dylan Moses had no chance.
Isaac Nauta, 3rd touchdown catch of the year. It caps a 60-yard drive in 7 plays, a little over 3 minutes. And Georgia strikes first. Dogs over the Tide, 7-0. Second down and 7. Jacobs behind Tua. He fakes it to him, has plenty of time, steps into a deep middle throw and got it complete. And it's Henry Ruggs to midfield. 2nd and 6, just outside the Georgia 45. Najee Harris, his first run straight up the middle, powering his way down inside the 30-yard line. Both backs in there, Josh Jacobs and Najee Harris with Tua. Play action, roll out, throw, dropped by Judy on a crossing route. He might have had a touchdown had he been able to hold it.
I'll tell you, I would never have guessed that Alabama would be making the simple plays look hard early in this game. They're making mental mistakes, 2 sacks by Tua, 2 drop balls. They are, right now, seem to be the more nervous team in this football game.
Much like Irv Smith earlier, Gary, I think he took his eye off it just at the last second.
Hard to believe.
2nd and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs on a little draw play. Jacobs heading to the goal line, and
I think his knee was down.
At the 1.
Yep.
A 13-yard romp for number 8.
Well, again, I wondered on first down if we wouldn't see this. The way they're running the ball, the power, knee goes down just about, what, a half-yard short?
Yep. First and goal. Under center, Tagovailoa trying to sneak. Didn't get there.
Boy, that's a funny call with a guy with a bad knee on one side and a bad ankle on the other side. That might have been a good call yesterday, but now I don't think that's a good call. And Georgia was ready for him, weren't they?
Jawan Taylor kind of submarined in there, timed it beautifully, and it's second and goal from the same spot. Maybe a little bit closer.
Yeah, then we're going to get the second quarter and decide who's going to get the ball on the next carry, and I bet it isn't Tua.
Well, the fans on the other end are going to dig it because we're going to go 99.5 yards to the other end. End of the first quarter. Georgia 7, Alabama nothing. We'll return to Atlanta after this message and a word from your local station. We start the second quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Alabama just rolled everybody the first 10 games of the season, and Nick Saban said to us, sometimes you get mentally tired, and I think that's happened to our team a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But right now they open the second quarter, knocking on the Georgia door at about the 1-foot line. Jacobs, the tailback in the eye, gets the call and walks in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, they followed number 82, Irv Smith, and number 92, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen goes like, I'm going out for a pass.
Jalen Hurts with his reaction on the sideline. And Bullabus, extra point upcoming to tie things up. Jake Fromm has been spectacular through the first 15 minutes of this game. He's all by himself in the backfield. A quick throw out in the flat, complete to Brooks. And the freshman running back goes for about 9. We welcome you back into the booth. 3rd and 1. Georgia didn't have a third down on their last drive. This time they have one, and it's short yardage.
Interesting. 3rd and no Holyfield on this play. 3rd and short.
Swift got it, and about 7 more.
Holyfield the Thunder, Swift the game breaker. I think it was the LSU game as Justin Fields is coming on the field right now, and sooner or later we're going to see Justin Fields show that he can throw the ball too.
He's got a first down to work with this time.
Number 1 recruit in the country, 5-star quarterback, playing behind Jake Fromm. Jake's a pretty good player to beat out.
Yep. Got 2 tight ends in there with him, Nauta and Charlie Werner. And he is going to throw for the first time. Maybe. Nope. Now he'll run. And he's going to be dragged down from Quinnen Williams from behind. How good is that guy?
Yeah. Thought I'd have a breather. Nope. You got another one.
3 receivers to Fromm's left. Out of 2nd and 8. And now Harrion in motion out of the backfield. The throw is low, but Werner makes the catch.
Yeah, what a catch. Great catch.
Short of the first down. Charlie didn't get to play last year. He had a broken foot in the win over Oklahoma. Never got a chance to play in the national championship. Here he's got a catch at midfield. Third down and 2. And it's Brian Harrion in the backfield with Fromm. And again on short yardage, no Holyfield. Fromm looks left all the way, just flips it out to Werner, and he's got a first down. So back-to-back catches by the junior.
And this is why the Georgia coaching staff loves Jake Fromm. Prior to the snap, he has done his homework so much, he knew where he was going with that football and delivers a first down for the offense. That's how he got labeled, and rightly so. As a freshman, they had a risk-adverse offense last year. And, and why not, okay?
Yeah,
but
Sony
this
Michel
year,
and Nick Chubb.
You got it. This year it's different. He, as I said in the open, he now is a weapon in the offense, not just a game manager.
Again, both tight ends out there, both split out as wide receivers. But the gives to DeAndre Swift. Little hesitation. Matt Wilson trying to get him down. Finally gets him stopped at the 39-yard line. And Holyfield's in the backfield for Georgia. Throws. Caught. Godwin. And he crawls his way to the 29-yard line.
Again, the offensive line for Georgia's doing their job.
Godwin with the dog crawl to the 29, where it's first down at the 9.5-minute mark of the quarter. Blitz is coming from. Throws complete again. This one complete to Tyler Simmons. And he's got about 8 more.
It's the blitz. Very impressive.
2nd and 2. That's Mecole Hardman in motion. Elijah Holyfield's got the first down and dives his way to the 16. Williams again helped on the stop. To the top of your screen. But they keep it on the ground. And Holyfield just powers his way for 6 or 7 more. Looked like he was going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. And he just kept carrying Tide defenders with him.
Okay, so you can see the game plan unfolding. Jake Fromm is responsible for hitting the edges of the Alabama offense. They're running the ball between the tackles. They're respecting the speed of the linebackers for Alabama, and they're running right at them. So Jake's in charge of the outside, and the line and the running backs are running inside.
They've had it for over 7 minutes. 2nd down and 3 at the 9. Swift trying to pick his way inside to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. DeAndre Swift, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And he put his patented foot out the open. It's his dead leg. Watch his step and run right through Samion Smith, number 4. That 1 foot, he plants that right foot and then cuts off it. He's been doing it for 2 years.
Our Chick-fil-A pylon cam and DeAndre comes right at you. Jalen Hurts in at quarterback.
Both of them
are in there. Tua's and a wide receiver at the top of your screen. The throws out in the flat to Damian Harris. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 1. Tay Crowder, one of the inside linebackers, makes the stop.
Always felt good about that as a quarterback. You lead them out for a touchdown, and the last time you're out there, and they put another quarterback in the game.
You like that part.
Well, it worked for Georgia, but now Hurts is out at wide receiver.
And he's in the slot. Tagovailoa back in the backfield. On 2nd and 11. Plenty of time to throw. Skips off the hands of his intended receiver, Henry Ruggs, and then behind that, Devontae Smith couldn't handle it.
Well, it would have been for basically no gain, but that's the 3rd drop of the game. And that Georgia defense, who does not give up the big plays, only 19 pass plays of more than 19 yards this year, they're continuing to keep that ball in front of them.
And 3rd down and long again.
Last in the SEC in sacks, but they put some pressure on Tua so far.
All his receivers to his right. He looks that way. Got some pressure, had to throw, and it is intercepted again. No, dropped by Baker.
And he's fortunate, and that is the knock that I've had on Tua all year, right, Ness? He tries to make something out of nothing.
Tries too hard.
Yes. He is unconscious. He has no conscience trying to make a big play, and he's lucky he didn't get a pick 6 here.
And I think that Baker hadn't been worried about the sideline.
Yes.
I think he'd have caught it.
Right. And if it was a yard further inside, he just catches it and walks down the sideline for a touchdown.
That's right.
But he continues to try to make too much out of plays that aren't there.
Alabama hasn't converted a 3rd down. And now Mecole Hardman backpedals on the punt at the 33 and comes straight ahead. And Hardman all the way out near midfield. Georgia's going to have great field position. They forced a 3 and out. Hardman still not down. And with 6:27 to go in the half, the Georgia fans are having a great time right now. We'll see how their offense does when we come back.
done. And this is the time. And if you're Alabama, you got to be ready for something different. Fields in the game? Yes, he is.
As is Brian Harrigan with him in the backfield. That's Mecole Hardman. He dropped it.
It's incomplete pass, though.
So no harm on that one. Those little flips are passes.
Yes. I didn't know that back in my day, or I'd have flipped it every time. Every time I handed it off, I'd have flipped it.
And Hardman was thinking about where he was going, but forgot to take the mail with him. So it's 2nd down and 10, and that brings Jake Fromm back in. And DeAndre Swift with him. Warner, the tight end, comes in tight on the left side. And 3 wide receivers, but it's Swift all the way. DeAndre Swift blasts his way to the 31.
Well, that time Isaiah Wilson, number 79, got the edge blocked right there. And it actually gets up another block. He handles 2 of them.
20-yard pickup for DeAndre Swift. There he did the little hesitation again. And he gets it down. They're still pushing. He might get a first down out of this.
And he did.
Georgia offensive line. That dog pound is saying, you come and stop us if you can.
The biggest question of this game was, would Alabama be too physical for Georgia? Let me answer that question. No.
Georgia back in the red zone. At the 5-minute mark, they've got a touchdown lead over the number 1 team in the country. The give on a little delay to Holyfield. He delays and then dives forward. Got it to the 11.
This time it's Solomon Kinley, number 66, that leads the play. They're taking turns. Left guard gets the key block, stays on his block, and that's Quinnen Williams he's handling on the play. This Georgia offensive line has been, besides Jake Fromm, have been the star of the game, or the story of the game, whichever way you want to put it.
Third down, a short 3. Everybody in tight.
Oh, he's wide open.
Fromm to Swift. Swift to the end zone. Touchdown.
Alabama never aligned correctly, and they paid for it. Watch the confusion right here. One guy goes in motion. Alabama's pushing, 2 of them move. Nobody covers number 7. Run through a tackle. That is good coaching. That is game planning. Georgia on fire on offense.
DeAndre Swift had 3 first downs on that drive. And the third one was the capper. Fromm to Swift, 11 yards to cap a 51-yard march. And the Dogs leading number 1 Alabama by 14. Remember, I told you that trailing thing only lasted 70 seconds at Ole Miss. It's lasted 6 minutes and 38 seconds, courtesy of Georgia. But here comes Josh Jacobs. There goes Josh Jacobs. Jacobs inside the 30, still on his feet. Wow, what a run.
Well, the old reliable running game, and that time the Alabama offensive line showed what they can do. Leatherwood did the job pulling around. That is the type of football that Alabama plays when they're on their running game.
And that's Damian Harris. And Harris blasts his way off the right side. That was a 59-yard career long run, by the way, for Josh Jacobs. They got them where they are right now.
Going back to that 2012 SEC championship game, remember Georgia blocked the field goal to take a 21-10 lead. You know what Alabama did after that? They ran the ball 11 straight times for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's how they started out this drive.
59-yard rush and then a 4-yard carry. And that's 2nd down and 6 from the 12. Damian Harris again, and Harris has got the first down. He might have more to the 1. The senior drags Bulldogs down to the 1-yard line.
And you know that Alabama offensive line has been watching these big TV screens above and say, Coach, give us a chance to block like that. We want to do the same.
And now again they try quarterback sneak, and it lost yardage.
Was they offsides, Georgia?
Could be.
Yeah, I think they were offsides.
Side, number 27, lined up in the neutral zone, half the distance, first down.
Well, that's a bad one. On the edge of the formation, Eric Stokes, who had nothing to do with the play, lined up in the neutral zone.
And you can see Kirby Smart's beside himself on that one.
Way out.
Oh,
I got my bump and run guy way out here, except I'm a yard in the backfield.
Eric, you might want to look down the line there.
Uh-oh, big news right there. Going off the field is Deontay Brown. Struggling with that toe problem. He's their most physical guard.
They rush up to the line again, though, on 1st and goal. Jacobs is the guy that got him down there. And he lost the ball going in. Wait a minute. It's a touchback. He lost the football. He's saying, look to the replay. Georgia's celebrating, thinking they have the ball back.
Was he down before the ball was knocked out of his hand? That'll be the question. Watch him reach out. Second effort, ball's down. Now see if he can grab the ball.
The ruling on the field is the ball was fumbled forward, recovered by Georgia for a touchback.
The problem is it looked like Josh Jacobs got the ball back.
After review, the ball was fumbled by Alabama and recovered by Alabama for a touchdown for Alabama.
It'll go as a 1-yard touchdown.
And that's why we have instant replay right there. And when you and I first started doing this, we would have just had to live with it being a touchback and not a touchdown. But they got it right, and that's the goal. Here's the question for Jim Chaney. Do you trust Jake Fromm more than you trust your defense? Because if you play it safe here, Alabama's going to get great field position. I'm trusting Jake Fromm.
Way he's thrown it today, I am too. But I don't trust Quentin Williams and the guys on the defensive front for Alabama. Fromm will throw from his own goal line on a crossing route to Swift. Gives some ground, looks for a block. Ran out of real estate, though. He's short of the first down.
It was fun, and he probably ran 30 yards, but it was sideways, backwards, and inside out.
Not a lot of guys can do this and that and this and that. And the hurdle job almost got him to the first down marker, but he's about a 2-yard shy.
And the only thing he could have done better was stay in bounds because Alabama saves a timeout.
And we've already seen what number 17 can do. Had a long punt return earlier in the game that set up the Alabama score. They're coming after the punter, and they might have roughed him. Flags are down. It's going to be a first down, Georgia, whether it's running into or roughing.
I don't get it, Alabama. I really don't get it. You've got Tua Tagovailoa. You've got receivers and weapons all over the
Running
field.
into the kicker, number 31 on the defense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Now, if it was 4th and 7, I get it. But you've got an offense that have been scoring all year. You don't need to block a kick to score. You took the ball away from your offense, and they would have had it near midfield. I thought it was too risky of a call by Coach Saban.
And the freshman punter gets run into, and that is an automatic first down for Georgia at the 19-yard line. First penalty of the ball game, and it's a big one.
Now remember, Georgia has 3 timeouts.
And they've got number 11 throwing it around.
And a field goal kicker that can make them from 52 yards.
Exactly. Draw play, Swift. Bounces it outside. Not going to get there, though. Nice job defensively. Patrick Surtain and Mack Wilson track him down. So unless Swift rips off a big run here, it looks like they'll go to the locker room at halftime. Well, Fromm's going to come up throwing. Lobs it over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous.
Oh, my goodness. If you're going to throw the ball, you want to throw it down the sidelines as far as you can. A 10-yard throw over the middle of the field. Here's where the ball needs to go. Right there. Outside. If anything bad happens, let it happen way down there.
But don't throw it to Shaheem Carter.
You see, he puts his, and he goes, oh, I should have gone into that course one more time. Because I just went from an A to a D in one play.
Now Holyfield's with him in the backfield, and Elijah will get the carry. And just looking for a place to land.
Now you can call timeout and try to block the punt.
8 seconds left. Back comes the Georgia punt team.
I like putting a guy back there because the kicker in this situation knows he has no risk of return. He can just kick it as fast as he gets it.
Jake Camarda, freshman out of Norcross. Catch it and get rid of it. Here they come. And he not only got rid of it, did a pretty nice job to get it out across midfield. And might have used all the clock. It did. Good job by number 90. It's halftime. Georgia fans are thinking, can we get them back? Last year, we took them to overtime and we let them off the hook because of that guy. And now with a touchdown lead at the break, the number 4 team in the land leading the top-ranked Crimson Tide by a touchdown. It could be an analyst. That pretty much
summarized it. Yes.
That pretty much wraps up the half. End of the first half. 21-14, Georgia in front. We'll be back with a Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway after this message from your local station. The throw, not a touchdown. Walks in, touchdown Alabama.
Oh, Swift, and touchdown.
And as we head into the third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 21-14, Alabama with the lead over the top-ranked Tide. Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. All year we've been saying, who's going to give Alabama a run for their money? Georgia's doing it right now.
Yeah, and they're doing it in every phase, but mostly with their quarterback.
Right.
I mean, he's played a great game. Tua's only thrown for 35 yards, but you know, at halftime last time, he had 0 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
So Georgia has to continue to be aggressive. Last year, they took their foot off the gas a little bit, started to run the ball too much. It's Jake Fromm's game.
Georgia 3-1 when they're up at half in these games. Alabama, not so good. But these are two different teams. And the second half is underway. Here we go. Blankenship again with another touchback kick. And miscues by Alabama.
Yeah, started off early in this football game. It was an interception when Tua tried to look it off, and he looked it right into an interception. Then the drop ball, and then I think drop ball again, and then Tua trying to do too much. It has been one of his kind of lessons he has not learned yet. Everything's been going so good, but remember, as we said, they might be 0-4 in the SEC championship games, but he came in at halftime in the national championship game down 13.
He was 3 out of 8 for 35 yards in that interception in the first quarter. They keep it on the ground here, and maybe a yard gain for Damian Harris as we check in with Jamie. With a touchdown lead and a second down and 10 for Alabama on their opening possession of the third. Tagovailoa looking left the whole time. Fires it, batted down. Somebody got a hand on it en route. Might have been DeAndre Walker, who's having a whale of a game.
Yes, it was.
They're going to have to earn this one. It's 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa wanted to go down the middle, and now he has to just throw it away. And this might be a grounding, too. He got hit.
I think he was in the grasp, and he's going to get it. Did not get past the line of scrimmage. It'll be intentional grounding or a sack.
And
one of the two.
He's limping again.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 13. That's a spot foul, loss of down, 4th down.
Again, think about what Georgia is doing. They are tied for last in the SEC in sacks coming into this game with 20. Alabama has 40, okay? And they are controlling this game. The offense and defensive lines, what I told you before the game, that's all week.
Yep.
I question whether they could stand up. They have stood up big.
Let's take Charlie Werner back over on the right side where Elijah Holyfield is lined up with Jake Fromm and gets the call. And Holyfield, wow, he's strong. And about 7 more.
Continue the story right here. Trey Hill, number 55, a true freshman, is playing at right guard. This Georgia offensive line has already lost Kendall Baker for the season. Ben Cleveland.
There's Ben on the sideline.
Number 74 right there. And Cade Mays, the true freshman. So they're really down to their number 4 guard, a true freshman at right guard, and they have been effective.
Holyfield got 7, second down and 3. At the Alabama 44. Elijah again cuts this one outside, got the first down, got the edge, has the speed to take it all the way to the 21-yard line.
Boy, I tell you, Andrew Thomas, number 71, he's playing that left tackle spot that Isaiah Wynn played a year ago, and he gets the corner hooked. That's a great job. He took Isaiah Buggs, no edge defender right there, and Georgia gets outside.
21-yard pickup to the 23-yard line. Miko Hardman in the backfield and now flushes out of there. Empty set for Jake Fromm from the 23. Looks right, goes right to the end zone. Did he catch it? He did. Touchdown. Riley Ridley.
From our press box, this ball went directly away from us. It was again another perfect pass. Savion Smith says if you could throw a ball that well, you get a touchdown. And he threw the ball that well. Look at that. There's about a foot window to throw the ball, and Jake Fromm did it.
12:39 remaining in the third quarter. As Gary said, you throw it perfect, and Riley Ridley says, Jake, you put it in there, and I will catch it.
Yes, they held the safety with a receiver going right down the middle. He knew before the snap where he was going to throw that ball. Ridley, who had 6 catches a year ago, catches a big one right there.
His 9th of the year. It's 28-14.
How quiet has Judy and Ruggs, Devontae Smith been in this game?
There's only 3 completions out there, so they've all been quiet.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. Empty backfield. Tua will throw it here if he's not sacked. Throws over the middle. It almost got picked off. Jawan Taylor had his hand on it. Ledbetter was applying the pressure.
Well, the rumors are that defensive coordinator Mel Tucker is going to be, for Georgia, the new head coach at Colorado. Well, Colorado people, you got to love the way he's doing it here, because the tunnel screen dialed up on second down. Tua had to wait. There was no one else to throw to. That was a screen pass.
As Gary has said a couple of times, Georgia has really struggled with sacking the quarterback this year, but they are roughing Tua up today. 3rd and 3. They fake the flip to Harris. They give it to Jacobs, and he's dropped for a loss. DeAndre Walker.
That's 0 for 5 on 3rd down in this football game. And remember, just a year ago, they were 3 for 14 when they won. That means in their last 19 third down plays, this Alabama offense has produced 3 first downs against Georgia. Kirby Smart and Mel Tucker have them dialed up. Now, can they finish? They've had big leads in the third quarter before.
Miko Hardman backpedals to the 25. First man got to him. Nice coverage by Ruggs on the special teams, the starting wide receiver, to make the tackle.
Yeah, he's the fastest man on the team, and they put him on there because of Miko Hardman.
DeAndre Walker dialing up the crowd here. 28-14 Dogs. Alabama is showing some pressure. They bring it off the corner. Fromm throws down the middle. Isaac Nauta. Nauta still running all the way to the 20.
There's no doubt in my mind that Jake Fromm knew the blitz was coming, and he was ready for the adjustment.
Georgia threatening again with a 2-touchdown lead. Fromm under center, fakes it to Swift, goes out to Swift in the flat, and he's inside the 15. Harriet in the backfield with Fromm from the 13. Now he empties that backfield. Fromm throws incomplete, intended for Riley Ridley. And that one was behind him. Jake's looking up at the replay as if to say, where was he? Or where did I throw it?
Yeah, they did not. They dropped back. Alabama defense only rushed 4. Miscommunication. Fromm thought he was going to go outside. Good stop. Huge stop by the Alabama defense.
Last year in the championship game, Rodrigo Blankenship hit from 41, 27, and 51 in overtime. This will be just outside 30. 19 of 22 on the year. Blankenship to try to tack 3 more on for Georgia. Up and wide left. He missed it. So that gives Alabama a little bit of life.
That's the second break so far in this game for Alabama. The fumble by Josh Jacobs and the missed chip shot.
If you'd have told me Georgia would have 190 more passing yards than Alabama at this stage of the game, I would have said you were out too late last night.
Well, I'm never out too late, but somebody might have been, right?
Tagovailoa down the middle, got his man, and it's Jalen Waddle who bounces off the tackle. There's a big play they were looking for out to the 45-yard line.
As you said a little earlier, enormous amount of time left in this football game, coming right to the middle, and this time it's not a drop ball. This Georgia defense trying to keep everything in front of them, so you have to be patient enough to take those throws in the middle and the perimeter, 10, 12, 15-yarders.
Najee Harris and Josh Jacobs flanking Tua in the backfield. With the RPO, comes up and throws behind Waddle, incomplete. That wasn't close. Georgia with a blitz. Tua delivers to Judy. Ball is out, but he got on top of it for the first down.
Well, one thing you know about the receivers for Alabama, when they catch the ball, they're thinking score. They're not thinking first down. Good pickup on the blitz that time, or effective pickup on the blitz that time by Najee Harris. Punched out, and another fumble recovery.
DeAndre Walker, has he been everywhere?
Yeah.
Tagovailoa loads, goes long, incomplete, intended for Devontae Smith.
It's going to be a tug by Eric Stokes. He grabbed his arm. It's going to be holding.
Funny, that ball was going to the same corner of this field as the one that won it in overtime last year, to the same receiver.
I don't blame him for tugging, though.
A tug's better than a touchdown.
Right there, he grabs him.
Oof.
And you can't say it's not catchable. Devontae Smith made up 26 yards on the throw for the touchdown. You can't say that ball was not catchable.
Pass interference on the defense, number 27, 15-yard penalty, first down.
The ball landed in the field, and the tug slowed down the receiver enough. That's not an overthrow. Broke his momentum on the throw. When that ball was released last year for the touchdown nest, Devontae Smith was on the 26-yard line, and he caught it at the goal line. The ball was only in the air 2.3 seconds.
You told me that the other day. I couldn't believe it. Tagovailoa going deep again. It's intercepted by J.R. Reed. Second interception in the red zone for the Dogs today.
And J.R. Reed looked like he was 10 yards away from the throw when it was released, but he made up the throw. He's throwing the ball to number 17, Waddle. The ball is poorly thrown. Did you see how Waddle had to stop for the ball? That's when Reed was able to close and make the play. A poor throw by Tua.
And a second interception by Georgia. And the fans at that end are going so crazy that the offensive line is saying, quiet down, because Jake's not going to be able to be heard. And the savage gear for the Georgia defense on the takeaway on the shoulders of J.R. Reed. Elijah Holyfield, a little bit of room out across the 5.
Again, that front 4, 3, 4, 5, however you want to look at it. 3 down linemen, the 2 defensive linebackers that are glorified ends now have to help out their football team. They got to get a stop here if you're Alabama.
Holyfield again as they play it safe. He got a nice block. Can he get to the edge? Well, he got it out around the 8. Good job of staying with it for McKinney to bring him down.
And now Alabama's able to go dime because Maiden's in the game.
They'll play it safe to Swift. Never safe if you can't bring him down, though, but he's short, I think.
And
yes.
This time, Shaheem Carter is again saying, that's the second time I got blocked in the back.
Irv Smith's been quiet since that one pass aimed at him that he dropped. He's in a slot on the left. Tagovailoa throws, complete. Waddle in full stride. Jalen Waddle gone. Touchdown, Alabama. Keep shooting. I'm due. 51 yards.
Last week against Auburn at the end of the game, Waddle took one just like that and got the corner. Again, he shows his speed, might be the fastest guy on the team, the true freshman. Jalen Waddle took it and got to the corner, no contest.
Jake Fromm has the number 2 passer rating in the SEC. The number 1 passer rating belongs to the guy on the other side. And there's his numbers today, which are considerably better than Tua Tagovailoa's. Fromm's going to keep it. Goes for about 5. Moses made the tackle. Empty set. Fromm with 5 receivers. Fires far side. Got it complete. The stop and go by Ridley, and he's out to the 39-yard line. Riley, whose brother Calvin will be playing in here tomorrow against the Baltimore Ravens. Charlie Werner in motion to the slot. Fromm sets, scrambles. He's going to run with it. This time he slides short of the first down by about 1.5 yards.
Makes it 3rd and short. About what, 2 yards short? Good coverage. Now remember, we see the line, but Jake Fromm can't see any line.
Yeah, they're going to spot it right at 3rd and 2.
Boy, what do you do here? You think you can run? Swift has been money running the football. Can your line handle this defensive line for Alabama, or do you have to hand the ball to Jake Fromm?
Coming into this game, Georgia had trouble on 3rd and short. They haven't today. Blitz is coming. Fromm throws into it, and it's batted down. Shaheem Carter, I think the guy that brought the blitz, is the guy that got a hand on it.
Well, that's back-to-back 3rd down stops for this Alabama defense. And as Ness told you, it was a blitz coming off the edge. Nobody handles Carter at all. That's a good design by that Alabama defense.
From the 20. Play action. Tagovailoa steps into it, throws a dart, complete. And it's Ruggs again.
Boy, you can see what this Alabama offense can look like. Georgia looking up at the clock, can't look at the clock, and they went at their best. Best against best. DeAndre Baker was there, but the throw was too good.
What a 4th quarter we're going to have. 28-21 will return to Atlanta after this message and a word from your local station. Jacobs with two on the backfield, but he's set to throw. Pressure coming down the middle, incomplete, a little bit behind Henry Ruggs.
That's something you don't see very often, right, Ness?
No, he usually hits everybody in stride.
No, I meant the fourth quarter pass.
Oh, that too? What is he, 1 for 2 this year or something like that?
1 for 3 now, or 2 for 3.
Hey, we've wanted this all year long. A game like this, we got it, partner.
We do. Two great football teams, and they're laying it. Great football players all over the field, and Tua is now hot. 6 for his last 9 for 116 yards.
Second down from the 37 for Alabama. Tagovailoa steps up, throws, and that one's in and out of the hands of Judy. That was nice coverage by Tyreek McGee.
A little surprised Tua didn't try to run on that play. It was tight coverage. I wonder if it's his ankle still bothering him just enough that he says, I'm not going to run it, I'm going to throw it. They have never trailed in the fourth quarter this year. Remember, 0 for 5 for the day on third down.
0 for 3 of those passing. Here's another passing down, 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa. Georgia brought an extra man, and they got him from behind. DeAndre Walker, I think, again.
His pocket, his mental clock in the pocket is just off. The offensive line has done a decent job here. That's about as much time as you can expect. Walker comes from the back end, but when you're bringing that much pressure, you have to get rid of the football. That's 3 for the last 20 third downs that Kirby Smart's defense has done against this Alabama offense in the last 2 games.
Forcing the punt. End over end punt. Hardman backs out of the way, says everybody clear out. It goes out of bounds in front of the Georgia bench around the 26-yard line, somewhere in there. 14:31 to go. Georgia's got the lead. They've got the ball when we come back. Fromm, quick slant, batted down. And Jennings, I think, is the guy that batted it down. He hurt his hand doing it.
Jennings did not play in the national championship game. Was all over the field in the Iron Bowl. Both he and Christian Miller had big games, but a little bit quiet in this game so far.
He got it right in the fingers.
Yes.
So second down and 10. A group of 3 receivers for Fromm in tight on the right side. And now Mecole Hardman goes in motion the other way. Fromm rolls, throws late, and it's caught by Ridley.
Coming into last year's game, Ryan Ridley had caught 8 passes all year before the national championship game, and he caught 6 for 82. That was impressive right there.
No kidding.
Throw and catch. What concentration right in front of the coach.
Now it makes the third down a little bit easier as they're into Alabama territory again at the 48. Third down at 3. Third down at 4, beg your pardon. Here comes a blitz. Fromm's going to loft it long. Jump ball. No, he didn't get it in the field of play. Simmons was the intended receiver, but there was just too much heat coming.
Yeah. Wilson and Moses, 30 and 32, timed it out. Fromm had to give way and just kind of hope to find one. Watch the 2 inside linebackers. Crisscross, nobody blocks either one of them, and Fromm's lucky he didn't get a sack.
The give is to Najee Harris, and taken wide and knocked down for a loss. Tay Crowder was the first to meet him.
Well, I'll tell you, Jawan Taylor, Natrez Patrick, and Tay Crowder, the 3 inside linebackers, might not be Roquan Smith, but they've been good enough tonight, making the plays, playing middle linebacker and inside linebacker, good enough to kind of throttle this Alabama offense.
Monty Rice, one of the other linebackers, injured. Their number 2 tackler, so Crowder's the guy that's filling in for him and doing a good job. Second and 12. Play action, look one way, come back to the middle, complete across the 30, first down to Devontae Smith. Whoa.
Really nice catch by Smith, running full speed across the field. He has to stop and adjust for the football and catch it with his hands. Watch the ball behind the receiver and catches it, almost catches it away from the defender that time, Eric Stokes.
Pick up a 13. First down at the 31. 11 and a half to go in regulation. Josh Jacobs in motion. Tagovailoa fires in and out of the hands of Ruggs. Had to go airborne to try to pull that down, and Tua's down again.
Whoa. This time it looks like he's holding that right knee, doesn't he?
I can't tell.
Well, either can I, but I was guessing. I to tell you the truth.
Jalen Hurts is starting to warm up. I didn't see the end of the play here until now.
Oh, it looks
like
it's his right, looking like his right ankle.
Oh,
He got
hit by his
stepped
own
on.
guy.
Yes, by Williams. Got stepped on by Jonah Williams as he threw the ball. That's when you're most vulnerable. It's almost like the punter on his plant leg when you punt. When you're throwing the ball, all your weight is on that front foot and you get it stepped on, and that is painful. How ironic would this be?
If Jalen Hurts has to come in to play quarterback?
Yes.
Well, he's expecting to fire, and that doesn't look good at all. He spent a lot of time in the tent in the first half, and he's going back to the tent, I can guarantee you. And that means Jalen Hurts, a guy who won all but 2 of the games that he started and was replaced at halftime of the national championship game on January 8th, comes in to take over for the guy that won that game.
And he had a brutal first half in the national championship game. He struggled in the Iron Bowl. He struggled against Clemson. He had a brutal first half. I think he was 0 for 3 if my memory serves me right.
He was 3 out of 8 for the game. Did run for 47 yards though, and he's running the show right now.
What do you call? Do you call kind of quarterback draw to get him in the feel of things? That's what he's good at.
2nd and 10 from the 31. Going to give it to Najee Harris, and Harris is swarmed under by the Georgia defense, led by Jonathan Ledbetter, the guy Gary talked about a little bit earlier.
Ledbetter said, I came back for this game. Inside, defeats the block, makes the play in the backfield. No movement at all that time by that offensive line. Jonah Williams was stalemated at the point of attack, nowhere to go.
It's 3rd down and 12. And you got to think Jalen Hurts has got to throw it here. 3 wide outs to the top of your screen. Jalen getting some pressure down the middle. He throws a strike to Irv Smith for the first down.
Sometimes when you're a good teammate and a good guy, the world and the game finds you again. Remember how he stood there and cheered his teammate. He stayed when everybody thought he would transfer and put in 1 more year, and now his team needs him.
Remember about 3 hours ago where I said sometimes in life you don't get a second chance? He's got one right here. 10 minutes to go.
Georgia got one, and now he has one.
And now he's running for his life. Throws incomplete, intended for Smith. DeAndre Baker was coming off the corner.
And remember, he's not a 100% runner that we saw when he went 26-2 as a starter. He's still not there. Had ankle surgery. Is still not 100%. You see how his ankles are wrapped up. Both of them are taped up.
Well, we had a couple of games where he thought we'd come in and see him in the second half, but he wasn't ready to go, so it was Mac Jones who took over for Tua. And now it's Jalen at the 10-minute mark. Damian Harris. Harris gets to the second level before Georgia can bring him down around the 47-yard line. Let's check in with an update on Tua. Here's Jamie.
Brad, not looking good for Tua. I can see into the tent right now. His shoe and ankle tape and sock are completely off that right side, and they have just motioned for the cart to come out and get Tua. So he's still in there, but not looking good for him.
Oh, man.
Well, think about it. As a freshman, Jalen Hurts in the old offense led his team in the playoffs 2 times, freshman and sophomore year. Didn't finish it off, but one time he was out there. When he left the field, he had the lead against Clemson.
3rd and 5 for him here. Georgia brings the extra man. Hurts trying to run away from the heat. Lofts one on the sideline. Is it caught by Waddle? Yes.
What a story. The whole offseason as Tyler Clark, number 52, puts the pressure right up the middle. Kalen gets away. Remember SEC Media Days, Brad? We were asked the question 100 times. Will Jalen Hurts stay at Alabama?
He's in there right now trying to draw even with Georgia. That pickup to Waddle was good for 23. And then Judy on that one. Under 9 to go. And there's the cart Jamie was talking about, which will take Tua Tagovailoa to the Alabama locker room. Pump fake by Hurts. Wants to come back the other way. He's going to run for it now, and he's got enough speed to get that much. Very close to the first down. I'm not quite sure where his foot went out.
I'm pretty sure he's not 100%, but I think he's 99%. Holy cow. What a story unfolding here.
Walter Grant couldn't catch him, and he got the first down.
The Heisman Trophy candidate goes out, and in the year of the transfer quarterback, this guy stayed.
And he's got his team in the red zone. Damian Harris up the middle. Harris for 9 more. Inside the 10.
As did Damian Harris. Remember, he came back. Everyone thought he was going to turn pro. The offensive line carves it out, and Damian Harris picks his way through for a big 9-yard gain. 2nd
down, the long one. A 71-yard drive in 4.5 minutes so far. Hurts is going to keep it. And he's not going to get there. Not quite. Eric Stokes stood him up and kept him from getting that first down. And we're under 8 minutes. Good job by Stokes playing off the Ruggs block, then putting his shoulder in there and lifting.
Nick Saban is thinking right now and probably telling offensive coordinator Mike Locksley, you got 2 tries for the first down.
Alabama's going to have 2 backs in there right now.
Nick is getting down the sideline to be prepared to take a timeout. He anticipated it.
And now it's direct snap to Josh Jacobs, and Jacobs has got the first down. So they have a running quarterback in there, Hurts. They put Damian Harris out in the slot, and they just snapped it to number 8. Hurts sets his feet, now starts to use his feet. Throws on the run. Touchdown, Judy.
What a play.
An extra point away from a tie game.
An incredible story. Jalen Hurts coming in to get this tie. Remember, a guy who was taken out because he could not throw engineers that drive.
Bulovas, an all-important extra point. Up and good. 5:19 remaining in regulation play in Atlanta.
And Judy broke his route on the play. Watch Judy. He kind of goes this way, and then back at the end of the thing. Comes out, comes in, and then pointed, and then runs back out for the play. And Jalen Hurts puts it right there.
80 yards and 16 plays. Jalen Hurts, a remarkable story. It's tied at 28. Hardman in motion across the field. Blitz coming from Alabama. Fromm trying to loft one to Swift, and he got it to him. And Swift down the sideline. Cuts back to the 50.
There's no harder throw than that one right there. Throwing a touch pass over the shoulder to a running back. Just lay it over toward the defensive end, and Swift gets it and makes the play. Jake Fromm, I don't know if I've seen a better quarterback game than Fromm has played in this championship.
There's his numbers. Swift, a 26-yard catch and run. And they're in Alabama territory, the Dogs at the 49. Two tight ends set in there for Georgia right now. Fromm under center. Elijah Holyfield dropped for a loss. Quinnen Williams still a game wrecker. Fromm in the gun. Loads it. Fires sideline too far. Riley Ridley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 11. Fromm looking left the whole way. Throws. Broken up.
The question was, when the pressure got on this Alabama team, could they react like the great championship teams of past when Alabama has won the 4th quarter? Shaheem Carter has reacted.
Boy, what a play. And had Hardman been able to hold that, he got a foot down, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's the foot of Jake Camarda. And it's a fake. Justin Fields.
Oh my gosh. It was 4th and 11.
Alabama's going to take over at the 48-yard line.
The Alabama bench knew it was coming. They kept their defense out there. They're playing defense safe. Justin Fields is right here. They were ready for it. They played defense safe, and they had no chance on the first down. A risk, to say the least.
Alabama's offense at the 48.
I don't know if it was Fields or Bray Cox. Both of them have number 1. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. For Jalen to run, and he threw for the touch.
Set to throw here, too, if he can get it away. Georgia coming after him. He breaks away. He's still running. Almost dropped the ball, but he crossed midfield before Crowder brought him down.
Holy cow.
3rd and 7. Hurts throws down the middle, and he's got it to Irv Smith, who dropped the ball but covered it.
That's the 3rd time Alabama has recovered a fumble, their own fumble, in this game. But how about the poise of Jalen Hurts? Good pocket, good protection, and a perfect throw. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this before. The guy who was vanquished to the bench a year ago, playing behind the Heisman candidate, comes off the bench to give him a chance.
Pick up a 19 to the 31. Jalen Hurts looking for more. Going to the far sideline, and he's got Waddle again.
Breaks out, perfect throw, gets to the right guy with an excellent pass. In the national championship game, Alabama played for the field goal to win the game. They actually brought in Jalen to run the last play as a quarterback sneak. Will they do that again? I don't think so.
First down.
Remember, they missed it and went to overtime.
Just inside the 16, quarterback draw, Jalen Hurts, touchdown!
Last year it was Jalen hugging Tua. This year it's Tua hugging Jalen.
With a minute and 4 seconds remaining in the ball game, Alabama leads by a touchdown.
It was a called quarterback draw, similar to the play when he scored against Clemson when he left the field with the lead, although Deshaun Watson brought him back. Now it's going to be Jake Fromm. Tua says, what a drive.
Tagovailoa and Hurts with the hug on the sideline as Jalen went 15 yards to cap a 52-yard drive in 5 plays. You talk about a 2-minute drill. That's how many minutes it took him to take the lead for the first time. Mecole Hardman from the goal line. He's electric if you can get him some room. Mecole Hardman, far sideline, nice return.
Well, the decision by Kirby Smart to fake the punt. Justin Fields in there gives the great field position to Alabama. Remember, it was 4th and 11. And then the quarterback draw. So reminiscent of the last time Jalen Hurts played in the national championship game when he did the same.
Remember, the only regular season loss for Georgia, they tried a fake field goal against LSU. They lost the game.
That's right. Plenty of time. 57 seconds, but 2 timeouts.
Jake Fromm starts the Georgia offense from the 36. They need a touchdown to tie. Fromm hit as he throws. Incomplete. Anthony Jennings again.
Coming from the side. Oh, was that a ball loose? Was that a... Yes, this could be overturned.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
So Georgia still has life.
The last 2 fingers on the ball saved it.
Godwin in motion. From deep drop. Waits, fires on a crossing route to Godwin. He got the first down.
It was a good guess by Jim Chaney, offensive coordinator.
The third down doesn't matter too much. The scoreboard does. They'd like to get it a little bit deeper in Alabama territory just to give Jake Fromm that throw that Gary talked about if it comes down to one last heave to the end zone. Fromm spins the ball back there, and he's going deep right now. Double coverage broken up at the goal line. Ridley, the intended receiver.
And that means now they're down to 1 throw.
Riley Ridley went up, had his hands on it. It would have been an incredible catch had he been able to hold on.
And Jared Maiden, number 21, who was suspended in the first half of the game, is one of the men. Savion Smith, 4, and 21 Maiden are back there.
Riley Ridley
and
and Hardman to the right.
And all the way back is Mack Wilson. He's the last player, the last defender, the middle linebacker.
And the last play of the game. Fromm's in trouble. Can he even get a pass away? Loads, goes to the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete, and Alabama has won it. Your 2018 SEC champions come from Tuscaloosa, and 2 old friends embrace out at midfield after a battle that lasted and lasted and almost went to overtime a second time. Another heartbreaking setback for Georgia. Jubilation on the Alabama sideline once again.